Well, can I just pause very briefly on the world? The world is intelligible. I think it's such an important thing. I remember reading once that Albert Einstein, the great scientist, this is characteristic of genius. I think that they see things which are in front of our noses, but they articulate them very powerfully. This idea that, isn't it remarkable that the human mind, through mathematics in his case, can actually understand the universe, that it is intelligible. And for him, that was a remarkable property of the universe itself and ourselves, that it is intelligible. So what we take for granted, he saw as remarkable. And I think it's an extraordinary insight, actually, that we take so much for granted as axiomatic as well. But in fact, a supremely intelligent mind would marvel at this phenomena and not take it for granted.
Right. And what you mentioned just reminded me of the book Cosmic Jackpot, or The Goldilocks Theory by Paul Davies, a cosmologist and astrophysicist, who said that, what's interesting is when you look at the fine-tuning in the universe, it's not just that the universe is perfect for the conditions of biological life, but it's perfect for the kind of life that is capable of understanding its perfection. And he says that's something that's really extraordinary. And when you ask physicists about this, or you ask people about this, there's a lot of hand waving, and where people say, well, that's just how it is, and there's no need for a further explanation. And he wrote a New York Times article, I think it was in 2006 or 2007, about this, where he said, taking science on faith. And he said this idea that, everything that we learn about in science just exists reasonlessly, that there's no underlying deeper explanation, is deeply irrational. And it kind of nullifies the very idea.
And unscientific as well.
And unscientific, I was going to say. It actually nullifies the very idea of science. And he says, in order for science to work, it actually came out of a theocentric worldview, the idea that God created and ordered the universe according to natural laws and fixed regularities. When we study the natural world, we understand that the universe is not playing tricks on our mind, that if I repeat an experiment tomorrow, I'll get the same results as if I did it today, that the natural laws are not changing, that they are fixed regularities that have been set in place by God. So that's